this, and we'll talk about one other big story today with you as well. First of all, to follow up on Alex's point, what we've seen on immigration, particularly, we use Chicago as an example, but cities around the country, I have it on the tablet here. I'll look at the ICE arrests that have been made in the early days of the Trump administration. As I said earlier in the show, it kind of started off a little bit slow, but then it picked up. And if we put up the tablet you see at the end here of this chart, 956 arrests, 1,179 arrests, back-to-back days. What issues, if any, do you have with how this is all being handled? What observations would you make about it from Chicago's point of view and the country's point of view?
Well, let me tell you, in Chicago and in Illinois, we believe in law and order. We also believe that you are innocent until proven guilty. And so we follow the law. We also follow the leadership of our leaders. We follow the governor, we follow the mayor, and they lead Illinois. And so we simply want people to be treated the way the law says.
Is there any evidence that they're not being treated that way, or that the law is being violated by federal agents?
I mean, I think that people who characterize as being, they haven't necessarily been to court, or whatever they're charged with, it hasn't been necessarily proven in a court of law that I'm aware of. And so it's suspecting that they're who they are. We want law and order. We don't want violent criminals.
Now, in fairness, they are here illegally, right? You would acknowledge that. So even, you know, whatever the case may be in terms of their criminal activity, it is illegal to be in the country and not be documented,
right? If the court of law says that they have committed crimes, then they should be handled accordingly.
Okay, let me ask you about one other topic here while I have you on, and I want to go live to the Senate floor for a moment. We missed it, but just a moment ago, Senator Chuck Schumer made some comments about this, and now Senator Murray, I guess, is making some more comments about what's going on with spending. Have you looked at this? Everyone's been talking about it today. OMB puts out a memo talking about how they want to freeze a bunch of programs to get them in line with President Trump's priorities, talking about how if you're using federal resources to, in their terms, advance Marxist equity, transgenderism, Green New Deal, social engineering policies, it's a waste of money. So what thoughts do you have? I mean, a lot of Democrats have been very, very upset about this. Have you been hearing from constituents? What are your thoughts?
Theoretically, this sounds interesting and good. But what you're actually doing is impacting in a very negative way the lives of people each and every moment that this action is put into play. And there was no warning. You can say warning, but there was no, we're going to do this next week. Or we're going to next month.
They said there's going to be a bunch of exemptions, like if food stamps and things are supposedly exempt, but
it means people will suffer. It means that efforts that have been generated in the last 50, 60 years as being societal needs are being wiped out in a moment's notice.
Congressman. Yeah, thank you for your thoughts on that. Again, we've been hearing a lot about it, especially on the Democratic side today. We'll keep following it. Congressman from Illinois, Danny Davis. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.